Hot take number one. I'm not even into the stupid ones because some people just be saying like net spend is the next Kanye or something like that. And there's a lot of Joey. Oh my God. There's a lot of, they rated it. There's like 20 Joey Gout. Is that the latest song he dropped? All right. Shay can take the crown for Osama Son when he drops. Is that true? I think Shay is good. But after the whole fake, what was it? He a fake sipper, bro. After those allegations, I don't know. I think Osama Son might be a real sipper. He might be a more real sipper than Shay. He's a real addict. How can we support a fake sipper, a fake geeker? But actually with the music, I mean, Shay got more of like a Sofago lane where, as we've already seen, Yeet went up with the more geeker aesthetic and sound, and Osama Son's more like the grunge shit, which just already we see the numbers. So I mean, with the trends, I think Osama Son's still got it with like what people are listening to. And Osama Son also got like more of a personality. Shay, I don't know, like Osama Son is trolling everybody with the Carti comparisons and the Ken comparisons. He knows what he's doing and he uses that to his advantage with promo. So whether or not he's actually paying for it, it's just that like he'll post a story of like, I'm not actually a clone, and then everybody's gonna be like, no, you're a clone, but still it always goes up. So I think Osama Son got it in the bag. I think Glock 40 Spaz though, he's a real geeker, so I think he could actually take it from both of them, but he's still in jail. So let's see. Yeet dropped the worst rap album by far this year. What else we got? Vultures. What else? I think when Ice Spice drops, like, that's not going to be true. What's the worst album? I don't even know. I don't even think we check out really trash projects, but I don't think 2093 was that bad. It was just like a lot of filler. So I wouldn't call it trash though. It was not the worst rap album. I'm sure there's like underground kids who probably dropped some shit. Like I would even say 2093 was probably better than like Southside's project, but that's not even fair comparison since Yeet's so up and like he's with studio like mainstream producers type shit. We got one from the chat. Ian is the hardest underground rapper right now. Ian's got a lot of potential. I was a hater at first, but with how he's moving, I feel like he's a troll at heart, or however they're marketing him. It seems like he's got a personality and he's got hard music, although I wouldn't say he's proven himself completely yet because he just doesn't have that many songs out. He's still only dropping like SoundCloud type songs. But when he starts getting in the studio with like, who knows, like when he starts working with Pierre or someone of that stature, Benny X, or I don't even know, like a big producer, maybe not even to that level, but you'll see. Ian is hard. I'll give it to him. He came out of nowhere. Carti will never fall off. I actually kind of agree with that. I feel like he won't. He's the type of rapper, he won't even let himself fall off, because there's people like, say, Uzi, who they'll just keep dropping until their numbers start going down. But I think if Carti knows, it's like ASAP Rocky. If they know that their numbers aren't going to do well, and the label can tell you this, like what you're projected to sell on this next project based on your current streams. And there might be a spike because obviously when you get promo and you start dropping, you get like the core fan base to come back. I don't think Carti will drop once he gets to a point where he starts falling off. He'll just go straight into fashion or something like that. And then legends don't fall off. Their fall offs are different than most. Is he a legend? Is Carti a legend? I feel like with the amount of anticipation, and I'd call Uzi a legend too though, and Juice and X. Like people will remember them, years to come. And with Carti, how he moves and barely drops, like that's a whole thing that hasn't really happened all too often. So I'd say that. I'm trying to find a good one that just isn't obvious. Osama Sun music wise is better than Carti. You're crazy, bro. That's just a dumbass take. You can't compare that, because he's trying to be Carti, bro. And I get that you can be a derivative or child of somebody and still go farther in your career and be more successful. Like look at Drake with Lil Wayne. But if you're still using someone who's bigger than you for clout in your campaigns and your promo, then I don't know. It's just like that's a low chance that you would even. These underground fans are crazy. They're like, any new guy in 3 months, they're gonna say the same thing about Ian or the next underground rapper that's trending at the time. Like there's a shot clock for a lot of these underground rappers. We'll see in the next year, like the whole list of people who are next up, the next up curse on Apple Music, the lineup might be completely different. We got new all-stars. Let's see. New gen rappers better or greater than SoundCloud era. That's another dumbass take. I mean, we're so far away from the 2016 through 2018 era. 6 to 8 years. So I get that a lot of kids might not have experienced it, but y'all think that, you know, you follow all the SoundClouds of Osama Sun and Yapo JJ and Hard Rock and whatever until Japan. But I'm telling you, when Uzi used to drop, or Yachty or Carti or whatever, the experience was so much different. And I know I'm older now, maybe I don't care about these newer rappers as much as I did with that era, but like, you knew it was gonna be a guaranteed banger. Like EXO Tour Life was a SoundCloud exclusive. That shit just don't happen anymore. And then it hit Billboard. That take is just dumb. This era of rap is soon to be a repeat of 2021 era of SoundCloud music. With the longevity, perhaps. Like we just went over the whole tier list. As I said before, there's going to be so many of these artists who are going to be washed up, and they're signed or they have management who are funding their marketing campaigns. But when that's over with, because it wasn't as profitable as the management or labels thought it was going to be, or that they took a risk on and maybe knew that it wasn't going to be profitable potentially. That's how labels are. I mean, they sign 10 artists. They know one of them is going to pop or potentially will pop, and that'll pay for the rest. That's the whole business behind it. They're taking risks. It's just like, you know, it's just like buying stocks. But yeah, you saw what happened with 2021. There was a Slump Sixes. There was the Tana. There was the hella little artists. I can't even tell you. SGP West, Young Fazo, whatever. And a lot of them that I can't even name because I just don't remember at this point. Washed up. A lot of these newer rappers are gonna be washed up in a year or two. They might have their own little fan base. Cash Dummy. There might be a core fan base for some of them, but it's gonna be a fraction of what it is now. Carti can outsell Uzi. No. As I said before, we've run the math. Let's just do the math. 280,000 first week sales by Uzi times 1,500 streams. Carti would have to get 420 million streams. Everybody remembers, I think it's the 5-year anniversary. No. It's the 4-year anniversary of Eternal Take today, actually. So that's a cool little topic. Everyone remembers when or where they were when Eternal Take dropped. Like I was chilling at the crib. I think That Way just dropped, and it dropped on like a Monday at like 11 a.m. or some shit. People were trying to leave school. They were sick with chicken pox or something. They started drawing red dots on themselves so they can get out. That was just a crazy time. And Eternal Atake, again, with all of the antics that went down with like retiring rap and beefing with Jack Harlow for no reason and calling him a clown. And then the Free Uzi, like you can't replicate that. It's like way different than Whole Lotta Red, because there was Carti's the one that is causing it, whereas Uzi, yeah, I think that he definitely had a part in it, but like there was obviously some tension between him and his label, so there was just a lot more lore behind Eternal Atake. But Whole Lotta, I mean, let's see, I Am Music is I think it could hit like 150, 200 potentially, but I'm sorry, there's no way in hell it's touching 280 with Eternal Atake. No sir. Pierre Bourne laid the blueprint for these rage producers. Facts. We know that. He's the godfather. I'm not even gonna argue with that, because he started the whole like video game electronic synth type beats, or at least the spacey ones, and then that turned into hyper pop and whatever, although he probably got it from somewhere else. Trippie Redd will claim that. Trippie Redd could have been bigger if he didn't go rage, and now he can't come back. I don't even think the Miss the Rage song with Carti, or just the snippet, or Trip at Night, I don't think that even was as big as his previous high with A Love Letter to You 2 and 3, right? Like I think it sold way less anyway, so that means less streams. Yeah, it was big in the era because there was nothing else really going on except for Whole Lotta Red, and then there was a dead period, and then that created or helped create, along with Carti and Sofago, the rage era. So it was super influential, don't get me wrong, but there were a lot more listeners in the emo rap era, so I think it kind of saved him a bit. I wouldn't say that it ruined his career. I think it just gave him another life in his career. Would y'all say that? Trippie been making music similar to rage? Yeah, he does have a lot of, like, again, the Pierre electronic type beats like that. Like Dark Knight Demo is kind of like that. It's just that it was times 10 though. They turned up the notch on the rage. Xavier So Bass is better than Lil Tecca. Holy shit, bro. Xavier So Bass is trash. I am not gonna lie. I don't get it. I don't understand how people fuck with that music. Like you're seriously, I'm not trying to be a hater, but you are seriously just trying to be different and like some trash so that you can hate on other people because you like a super niche type music. Netspend is just as bad. I mean, he's not as bad. I wouldn't say he's great though yet though. I'm talking about his potential though. Netspend, he might go some places. I saw some other hot take on Reddit. It was Ken Carson is going through the Carti path where Project X was self-titled, X was Die Lit, and then A Great Chaos is this Whole Lotta Red. And they were drawing comparisons, and everybody in the Ken Carson subreddit was dick riding me like, oh my god, this is so true. I'm like, what are y'all smoking? Can I have some? Because y'all are clearly schizophrenic or something. Because just think about it. Project X was hard, don't get me wrong. I love that project. But Magnolia? And then what was the best song or the highest performing song on Project X? Like Clutch or something, or Rock and Roll. Like there's just no comparison at all. So maybe there's something like, I also don't think Ken has switched up his sound enough to go from a self-titled, which was like bouncy mumble rap, to Die Lit was kind of ragey a little bit. It's like the Pierre beats, right? Rage before rage, and then Whole Lotta Red, which was vamp music. I don't know if Ken has really progressed his sound all much. I feel like A Great Chaos and X are like kind of similar in my opinion, like the grunge rap. Carti will outsell Vulture's first week sales when he finally drops. Now that could happen because Carti signed to Interscope, whereas Kanye dropped independent through his Yeezy label, through like an independent distributor, and I think he sold like 150. Although Carnival, I don't know. the labels know how to bot shit, let's be honest, and they have the money behind them for promo. I don't think Kanye really used a lot of promo because he doesn't need to, because he is Kanye. Like, he is the promo. But I think that Interscope will finesse something where Carti will hit 150 to 200. So I could very well see that happening. I don't know if Carti will have a as high charting song as Carnival though with his project, but maybe he'll get Kanye in a song and it'll be something similar to that, because Carti has all these connections at his disposal now. Like, he could have Travis, he could have Uzi, he could have Drake, he could have Kanye. Who couldn't he get a feature on the project at this point? If Carti keep milking his fan base from Ye, I could see music selling 500K. No, I don't think we're going to see another 500K first week. If Drake ain't even hitting that anymore, and J. Cole's hitting 200 something, Kendrick's hitting 200 something, and those are the top 3 rappers right now. Kanye just hit 150, but independently, as we just talked about, there's no way in hell he's doing 500K, because Carti's just nowhere near Drake's level globally. And he just doesn't make as widely appealing music. Bobbalam is on steroids. I wish. When I hit like 35 and my testosterone goes down, my balls start to shrink, hell yeah, I'm going to start doing some TRT. But for now, nah. I'm trying to have kids. I don't want to fuck that up. Richard Mary's streams are real. Last artist to do it this fast is Fago with Knock Knock. TikTok, exclamation point. The thing is, so Fago's Knock Knock was independent, remember? Like, he's under Cactus Jack, but he's not signed to 10K projects like Richard Mary. And I can't ever, with any artist, ever say that they are fully natural streams. No matter who you are. I don't care if it's Richard Mary, I don't care if it's Lone, I don't care if it's Ken, Yeet, Blah, Carti, Uzi. They all got body streams. That's the whole business of the fucking label. They use it so that they can say like, oh, it went on Billboard. Oh, it sold this much first week. But so Fago, I'm pretty sure all his shit natural, because he ain't messing around with the big labels yet. So I don't know. I can't wholeheartedly say anybody's streams are completely real, no matter who you are. Are there any good ones? Fat bitches need to shut the fuck up. Sorry, they still need to shut the fuck up. I think that's the coldest take there is. Ye would have sold 500K if he was with a label. What did he do with Donda? Let's look at that first, because I think that's probably around where he would sell if he was with a label. 309K. Although again, there were a lot of successful songs like Carnival and Fuck Some on Kanye's last project, Vultures. So with that success, whereas I don't know if Donda really had something that was going mainstream, like, I mean, not mainstream, like on Billboard top 10, top 5, like this project does. So maybe I would see like, 4, but 500, I just don't even know if it's possible. That's nothing against Kanye, just that shit don't happen anymore. Like, I think if Drake dropped right now, what did he do with Drake for All the Dogs first week? 400. If Drake for All the Dogs is only hitting 400, I'm sorry, Kanye ain't hitting 5. Drake is arguably bigger than Kanye when it just comes to streaming. Maybe not as an icon, but I don't think Kanye is gonna be doing 500, like we already talked about it, 150 million streams per 100K sales. So that means Kanye would have to hit nearly 1 billion streams to hit a mil. That's like The Weeknd or Taylor Swift or Bad Bunny type shit. But yeah, Drake's not even at his peak anymore either. So I understand if someone would say that Kanye is bigger than him now, whereas Kanye's still maintaining his relevance because he still has pop in songs.